Hello, you absolute legends. Welcome back to the channel. Good morning. It's Sunday, the 9th of July, 2023. I've got Dad with me, who's a bit stressed this one. He's just lost his keys. We found them. It's all good. They're now in the glove box. We are on the way to the Baston Classic Car Show for 2023. It's held at Grimsthorpe Castle, which is actually the home of the Festival of the Festival of the Unexceptional for the past few years. Yeah, we're going to go and take a Proton. I'm quite excited because it's actually my first time taking a Proton to a classic car show that is not the Festival of the Unexceptional. What are you doing?
Not enough headroom.
Not messing about in the passenger seat.
My head's against the blooming roof.
Well, I'm 6'4" and I'm all right, so you should be all right. You need to recline your seat a bit more. Anyway, we're on the way to the Baston Classic.
Squash your cushions down more.
On the way to the Baston Classic Car Show. I've got Dad with me. I've made sure we've got the tickets. Here they are. It was 10 quid. 10 quid for the car to get in. And that's for two of us as well, so £5 a piece. People are a bit funny about paying to go to car shows. I'm okay with that. I'm getting a day out and I'm getting entry to the castle and the gardens as well. We'll see what we take a look at then. There'll be a few to look at, and we'll also get Dad's top 10 from the show. So let's go. Well, we're waiting to go in. We've made it to Grimsthorpe Castle. In front of us is a lovely orange Ford Anglia Super that's been modified sort of 70s style. Verdict on that?
It's just a job. I used to look at stuff like that in magazines and drool over it.
Behind us is some sort of American truck pickup. We've got a Mark 1 MR2. We've got a lovely BMW two-door in front of us. MGB GT. A couple of Golfs. I can see a TR7. We're actually quite far away from the castle today, and there's quite a big queue, so it gives for quite a good show. We'll obviously have a full walk around in this video of the show and have a look at some of the things on offer. I'm also going to get Dad to do an alternative voiceover. Yeah, that'll be quite interesting.
We might not get there. There's X-Type in front of us.
See, exactly, banter. So yeah, we'll let you know when we get in. As you can see, we're in the convoy, waiting to go in. We've not broken down yet, but I bet we're the only Malaysian car there today. We've had a casualty. We've lost the Chevrolet truck behind us. It's overheated. There's quite a queue to get in, and we've been up a hill, stop, start. Bad times, but he's on it. He's opened the bonnet and he's cooling down. Still got quite a big queue in front of us, and we're actually not that close to the entrance yet. And I was just saying to Dad, I'm quite glad I didn't bring the Armstrong Siddeley, because we wouldn't be making it up this hill either. Stop, start, stop, start. She'd be struggling. But this Malaysian beauty, no issues here. The only thing we have got is the fuel light keeps coming on because of the angle of dangle, and it's setting off the fuel level gauge. Anyway, we'll do an update when we get in. Well, we've made it, and in age-old tradition, I am cleaning flies off the front. You wouldn't believe it, but I am cleaning flies off the front. Dad's here, and we've managed to park next to the Anglia. Organisation getting in, quite difficult actually. We've been there waiting for quite a while, and we didn't realise there's two lanes. Nobody's actually telling us there's two lanes. It turns out that the BMW we were checking out in the queue belongs to a bloke I work with. Who knows? But it looks absolutely wonderful. We have got quite a few things next to it. We've got a Ford Capri XL. Very nice. And loads of cars here at the Baston Classic Car Show. We'll have a wander around. It'll be a couple of videos by the looks of things. But yeah, we made it. So we are here. The weather is looking ominous. I've just been told off by a lady down there as well, who has given me a hand stamp now because I was very naughty apparently, and left the field and didn't have my ticket with me. So I'm a very naughty person. A lovely Renault 5. We'll come back to that in just a moment's time. But yeah, we're going to have a wander around, have a look at some of the cars. 1.6 GTE we've got some beautiful things. A couple of Nissan Figaros we've seen here. So far, let's have a wander up and then we'll do an in and out of all the cars. What have you seen so far?
Sunbeam Rapier.
Sunbeam Rapier, yes. Which is really rare, actually, a lovely white Sunbeam Rapier. What we'll do is we'll have a wander up to the castle, which is down here. And this is all the club area, so all the club vehicles are in. We'll have a little look round all the clubs. There's Comma Eileen, we know her from the socials. Luke owns that one. We'll have a look round that. He's done some sort of engine swap on it recently. So yeah, brilliant. It gives a good day. Fingers crossed that sky stays that sort of colour and doesn't start chucking it down. Triumph Spitfire 1500, very nice. In blue though, my favourite is in inky yellow, as you know. We'll have a wander up to the castle then, and then we will do a to and fro, back and forth, and have a look at all the cars by club and then by individual mark in the pole position here at the Baston Classic Car Show 2023. So I am recording the voiceover for this part of the video after the fact. We have come up to the top of the castle grounds, right outside the castle, and had a wander round first, taking a look at the supercars that were on offer. We've obviously got a Ferrari here, beautiful Ferrari, and another Ferrari as well. Check out that interior, beautiful. I'd be scared to drive it. I'd be scared to park it somewhere. This video is going to be a big one, so buckle in.
Trying to get your proton hat in.
See this here? When you pay me for all the work I've done on your cars, I'm buying one of them.
Dad, of course, joking about the fact that he does lots and lots of work on my cars, but genuinely, as you've probably noticed already on the channel, he is the mechanic, he is a legend, and yeah, a little bit of an appreciative post, I suppose, to Dad for all his hard work. Love these, BMW i8, it is space age in there. It's the sort of thing that if I had the money, I would probably invest in one of those. GT3 RS, beautiful. And actually, the underdog for me is this little Lotus Carrera 2. Great colour this, it's like a pearlescent-y greed, isn't it? This is lovely in the Golf colours, or the Gulf colours. Did I say Golf? Gulf colours. Le Mans 100 again, very nice. And there is the Armstrong Siddeley Owners Club. There is a separate video on the channel. They have come out in force today. It was great to see those. These are the BMW ID, not BMW. What am I doing? These are the Volkswagen ID Buzz vans. That's an Armstrong Siddeley Lancaster. That's a Hurricane, the drop head coupe version. That is a Typhoon, the two-door version, and a Whitley as well. The 4 that was released at the same time as mine, obviously after the British war machines, the aircrafts. Absolutely stunning to see these. I'd never seen another Lancaster in the metal, and today got to see it. Shout out to the Armstrong Siddeley Owners Club. Next on the club stands were the Aston Martin Club, and you can see some beautiful Aston Martins here, both modified and as they left the factory. Again, something that I would like to own in the future. Boongate Kia brought some of their cars out to display, and obviously it is an opportunity for them to try and drum up some business, but I did get a chance to have a poke around the latest cars from Hyundai, and that video will be on the channel at a later date. Big shout out to Smith's Hyundai in Peterborough for letting me have a look round their cars. In the meantime, some more Aston Martins. These are a beautiful lot of Aston Martins, and here's the Porsche Owners Club. And you can see that they have turned out in force. That's a big Cadillac for some reason. You can see Grimsthorpe Castle in the background there, looking beautiful. This is the Lotus Owners Club, and I actually went and had a chat with the Lotus Owners Club to say, hey, when Proton was sold to Geely, did Geely acquire the rights to Lotus as well? And the people in the tent weren't too impressed with me suggesting that they were formerly owned by Proton. Of course, they were. I've got a bit of a soft spot for Lotus. Impromptu Red Arrows fly past. Brilliant. The Abarth Club came out and showed their cars. There was some nice Abarths there. It's a Mrs. John Coupland sort of car, the Abarth. She's, of course, got a Fiat 500 in bright pink. Now, the Fiat Spider convertible is one of those cars that when they came out sort of, I don't know, 5 or 6 years ago, they were on my list of cars to buy and put in a garage for, I don't know, 30 years to be a future classic. That is a Coupland top tip. The Abarth Spider Roadster. Get one of them while you can. Stick it in a garage. Check out the interior of that, though. I couldn't get in that. I can barely get in Mrs. John Coupland's Fiat 500, so I certainly wouldn't be getting in that Abarth edition. MX-5 Club. They were out and about. Lovely MX-5s. I must admit, I can't get excited by an MX-5, but I appreciate the following for them. They're not my sort of thing. I'd rather have an Audi A4 Cabriolet than an MX-5. And then we're looking at the Lincoln MG Club. Of course, there were going to be MGFs and MGTFs. So many on display when you go to car shows nowadays. This looks like it's the Fast Ford Owners Club. And this car has won a lot of awards. Somebody clearly loves their Ford. And quite rightly so. What a beautiful machine. Lovely under there. And actually, Dad and I spent quite a long while having a quick look under the bonnet of this. There's a few things that let it down, but a beautiful car. G-Reg, 1989 into 90 on this. H-Reg. Yeah, this is the Ford Club, isn't it? Beautiful. I love this sort of pearlescent grey colour on this H-Reg. Very nice. And under that engine bay, nice and tidy. Oh, we've gone back to some MGs. Let's take a look at this. I love that wind deflector there that someone's manufactured. That's a good little addition. Nice little sea frost green MG. And in there, that is your cockpit. They're becoming a affordable classic, aren't they? The MGBs and the MGFs and the MGTFs. We've gone back to some Fords now. Must have missed some. Oh, look who it is! It's Crabbers. Hello, Crabbers. What's she doing there? She's clearly been spotted with a Ford owner at a car show. Sarah Crabtree, top lass. She really is all about motoring enthusiasts. Is this an Allegro? It looks like an Allegro. Great to see this. Yeah, look at that. Austin Allegro. I've got a Tiger in my tank. I've got a Malaysian Tiger in my tank today. This on Dad's top 10, by the way. This Humber. It's a Super Snipe. Excellent. Look at the size of that. Beautiful. I've got a bit of a soft spot for Humbers as well. That colour is nice. It's like a, I don't know, a metallic grey jadey colour. Beautiful Rover. Yeah, that's nice, that is, isn't it? Big fan of that. Not a massive fan of the badges on the badge bar, but badge bars are of a certain time period, aren't they? You've got to have a certain sort of car to have a badge bar. You can't have a badge bar on a Nissan Bluebird. Although I actually bought one with a badge bar on once. That was one of the first things I did, was take that off there. Terrible. Yeah, having a good look around this Humber, because that really is one that I do like.
Top 10.
Absolutely stunning.
Dad's top 10 cars of the
It's
car
getting
show.
thumbs up from Dad as well. Dad's taking a look. What are these? Ah, the South Links Region Jaguars, by the looks of things.
You need to tell me.
Again, something I can't necessarily get too excited by. A modern Jaguar. I had a S-Type recently, 51 plate. Filled it up with about £100 of petrol. Drove 100 miles, it was gone. BMW. That's a lovely Rover. Bond Bug. Yeah, this is the 3-wheeled edition. If you have not watched the video from the Festival of the Dead, there's a 4-wheeled edition. on there. Got to have a chance to have a good look inside here. Had a chat with the owner. He's had it 30 years. Him and his wife adore it, and so do I. This is a Lotus Elan Sprint. It's on my top 10 list of cars to own. Here's a Jensen Interceptor. Saw 3 of these at the Festival of the Dead the other week. Well looked after, this one. Very good example. The tin worm killed a lot of these. It's got a lovely curved rear windscreen. I would hate to have to try and replace one of those. There's an Audi Cabriolet. Is it an A4 Cabriolet? Oh no, what's happened to your door card? It's hanging off. The owner did say that he'd had to do a lot of work to it when he bought it. Morris Minor, MG. Beautiful things. Look at this Mercedes. Isn't that beautiful? What a beautiful piece of design. Gorgeous in there. The one thing I don't like at car shows is when you go and the owners have still got all their tat in the car. Maybe it's just me. They've still got all their stuff in it. Tidy your interior up. Wow, look at this big yank tank. Excellent. And the Mini Owners Club, you cannot argue with them. They had some sort of, I don't know, Wild West theme today. Have you seen this outlaw? Cowboys and Indians. Can you say that nowadays? Probably not. But they had a great theme. Well done to them. Some more Jaguars. And what's that? A Wolsey 444. Like that. This was cool. This was one of my cars of the show. It's French. It's called Benjamin. It really was a bit rough and ready. Alfa Romeo. Look at that. Stunning that is. Can't argue with that though. And that as well, the Lotus. A head turner. It's an Exige, I think, by the looks of things. E-Type Jaguar. This one belonged to the CEO of Jaguar at the time. And for a car that belonged to the CEO of Jaguar, his interior is not looking fab, but usable. Imagine having that at the time. Look at this Land Rover. Excellent. Peugeot. This is well looked after. The owners were certainly big fans of their Peugeot. It's popping in that red, isn't it? And the sun's starting to come out. Ice cream time, Chip and Dale. I actually had to look at this ice cream truck just to see what sort of Ford Transit it was. That's a beautiful MG. This was my car of the show. Lotus, I think it's a V8 in yellow. What a stunning piece of kit. Look at that. Imagine that bearing down on you on Lincolnshire Back Road. Autoplas Louvre alert. Autoplas Louvre alert. Oh, this was beautiful. This is an absolutely gorgeous car. Big old yank tank. Look at the interior on that. Trimmed to the colour of the car. Fully restored. Thank you, Chevrolet. Look at them mats. Love a Bel Air. I've started to get a bit turned on by these mid-90s Audis. There was a few of them at the show today. And yeah, definitely some that I have got a bit of a soft spot for recently. Another Jaguar. It is the law, did you know, at car shows, if you've got one of these, to have your bonnet open. And I think it spoils the look of them. All you can see is the woman's nose drooping down. Here's another Wolsey by the looks of things. Yeah, is it a Wolsey or a Riley? Riley, maybe. There's a VW Beetle. That was the only VW Beetle I saw at today's show, which is shocking because they used to be absolutely everywhere all the time. Like MGB GTs, Triumph TR6s. It's not a car show, unless you've seen a Triumph TR6 or a Triumph Stag. That's nice in that yellow colour. I do love these Mercedes. Not too sure about the fog lights on that one, but what a beautiful interior. Well looked after. I could just see myself and Mrs. John Coupland in there. This is nice. This is in memory of a lad, Stephen Wright. It's GTI. Look at the lights on that. Beautiful. Great memory. Volvo. Look at that engine bay. Woo! Yes, please. Now, this was Dad's car of the show. It's a Ford Pilot. It's V8. It's called Priscilla. There was a couple of these there at the show today, actually. You'll see another one later on in the video. But this is in beautiful condition and looks massive. The black car that we're seeing now actually looked bigger than the other car that we looked at later. You'll see in a minute that car. Yep, lovely. They've got a Mini and Triumph by the looks of things. But let's take a more in-depth look at this Ford Pilot because it really is a beautiful thing. Look at that grille. Fantastic. That red coach line down the outside as well. Priscilla. I wonder why she's called Priscilla. That's work done by the owner. That bench seat inside. Very Armstrong Siddeley inside. Very of its era. Those big running boards. I'm not sure why we've got white walls on the front and not the back, but hey ho. Maybe that's a design thing. Look at that styling on the back. And that offset number plate. Chef's kiss. Mwah. Oh, we've got a souped up Jag. Got another souped up Jag. And actually all these people crowding around the next Jaguar were doing a great thing. They were raising money for a hospice by getting people to sign a sticker and then placing the sticker on the car. They're halfway through it. They've got the Union flag started. You can see people have been putting their names on it. And they've been doing the other side a different colour. American flag on this side. And it's all marked out. I think, I don't know, pay a quid. What's this doing? What's that? That's an unusual bouncy castle. Here's the Mustang group. All the Mustangs are out in force here. Being celebrated this year, the Mustangs. Absolutely beautiful. Love them. Big fan. Thumbs up from the Coupland for some Mustangs. There's a chap who I work with who dailies a Mustang. That must take a big chunk of his overtime cash, mustn't it? What else have we got here? Oh, more Mustangs. That's nice in that orange, isn't it? Absolutely beautiful. Is it something I would buy, a Mustang? No, probably not, to be honest with you. Can I appreciate them for what they are? Absolutely. Do they have a lovely sound? You betcha. Ah, a Renault Sport. I think the Renault Club is here. Bucket seats, Mackies and a fire extinguisher. Can't argue with that. That's all you need. Subaru. Not sure which club this is. This might be a club. Ah, here's the Mud Muncher Club. The Mud Munchers, you've got to hand it to them. Put on a bit of a show, don't they? This is the 4x4 Club. Land Rovers and Land Rovers. How do they get them up on them beer barrels, though? That's what I want to know. Ah, it's a wacky inflatable arm flailing tube man. Wacky inflatable arm flailing tube man. Hi, I'm John Coupland with the Mud Muncher Club. Due to a serious impulse buy of protons, I am overstocked with wacky inflatable arm flailing tube men. There's the Grinch. Oh my goodness, what's going on there? Yeah, mud inside. That's how you do it. The 4x4 Off-Road Club there. That's a Caterham 7 kit car. These were sort of, I don't want to say lads, because there were also some ladies. But this is the, I'm going to call it the Boy Racer Modify Your Audi A3 Club. All's welcome at this car show, which is great. Here are some trikes. They were all the same brand. They're getting a lot of attention, trikes as well. I can't get excited by trikes. I'm really sorry. I am sorry to the Rewacco Trikes Owners Club. They're not my thing. One thing that did make me smile, though, was one of the trikes had its disabled badge on the front. Inclusive. Brilliant. More Fords. This is the Ford Club. Look at them lights there. Swanky, swanky. Lovely trophy blue Ford. What's that under there? Is that a dragon? Heck yeah, it's a dragon. Cool. That's beautiful. Big fan of that. A lot of time for that one. And actually, I filmed this video sort of maybe all day. It took all day to film, but you'll see as we go ahead, there's a few different spaces. Now, these were the winner of the Club Stand 2023. It's the MR2 Drivers Club, of which I am not a member, but used to be a member, but probably should renew my membership. Lots of MR2s on display here. They didn't have a Mark 1A, though, which I could have taken with me, with my B-Reg MR2 85 plate. Look at that, that's the 10th anniversary edition, that, in good nick. Mark 2. Big shout out to MR2, I think it's Matt TT. Here you go, we're going to see his brand new... Mike TT. Did I say... What did I say? Matt TT? Who knows? Anyway, big shout out to him. Follow him on Instagram if you haven't already done so. He's got a Mark 1A in Helios Blue and now a Mark II. Here's a C-Reg crossover. How do you know it's a crossover, John? Well, I won't bore you, but if you want to know all the details, I might do an MR2 video. This lady's owned that car for 30 years. All the Mark 1s there today were red. Should have taken a white one or a blue one. This is nice. This is a credit to the owner. I think he's had it from new. What's this, a GT350? Shelby? Look at that inside. Stunning! Get them cushions out, though. Not my cup of tea. B&M Bargains cushions that they've got rock and roll written on them. Just my own personal opinion. If you don't like it, well, there you go. The Reed's Car Club. Oh, yeah, this is a good club. Lots of nice cars on display from them. Look at that Ram. Massive. Making a beeline now for Eileen. This is owned by a friend of mine. He says, look in the back. Look in the back. What could there possibly be in the back? Oh my goodness! Mercedes-Benz engine in the back. In a glass box, also in the cab. Look at them ear defenders. They're there for a reason, I can tell you. He's bonkers, is my mate Luke. We met at the Baston Car Show about 4 or 5 years ago. Thumbs up. Thumbs up for Eileen. If you haven't followed Luke on Instagram, he's on there. Here's a Holden. Here's a Honda. XXL80. What does that mean? Here's another Mustang. And another Ford Pilot. Look at this. Isn't that beautiful? PIL 48. Is that Pilot 48, do we think? Is it a 48 Pilot? Has someone bought that number plate specifically? Beautiful thing. Lots of dogs at the car show today. I said hello to quite a few dogs, but I didn't want to do a dogs I've met at the car show video. That's nice. Old Buick. Toyota Celica. This is on my tip of cars that are going to become classic very shortly. There's a Porsche. And another Vauxhall. That's a VXR by looks of things. What's that? That's a Ford. This was nice.
This is very good.
This was very nice, in fact. This Rally, or Rally, how do you say it? Not many of these left. I've seen this car a few times at shows. Chap's got mirrors all around it so you can see the sills. Look at that sill. Immaculate. It really is a nice car. It's not been tweaked in any way, shape or form. Beautiful. There's a Honda. Is that a Civic? Maybe. That's another Peugeot. Pug off, it says. All right, we will do.
They got destroyed, yeah.
Can't get into these. Not my sort of thing. This is absolutely bonkers. This Orion RS 1600 B-Reg. So what's that, 1985? You'll see more of it in just a minute's time. I actually really enjoyed it in the end. There's a TVR. conveniently broke down where it should. No, I know. I got a lot of stick for saying about TVRs breaking down last time. We know that they don't break down. It's just a little joke. Look at the alloys on that. Mrs. John Coupland would like that. It's pink. I can say that because she's my wife and I know that she would like it because it's pink. That's not me being stereotypical. There's a Jaguar. That's a nice colour. I don't remember seeing this car actually. Right, we've come back to this Orion. Well, it's an Orion and a half because I can't really begin to put into words what the owner has done with this. But he's made it into a 6-seater because it's got a trailer that he's towing on the back. Not sure that's necessarily road legal, to be honest with you, or safe.
It's absolute madness, and that's why I love it.
But you've got to give it to the bloke. He likes his Orion.
Bingo.
Lovely. Citroen Berlingo, and the woman beckoning me across to say, "Don't look at my Citroen Berlingo." She wanted me to look at her mobility scooter in the back. What's this? This is a Renault. We actually saw this at the Festival of the Dead last week as well. Bonkers that. Triumph Stag. This has been modified. Tastefully modified, in fact. It's got an upgraded engine inside. Split rims. Look at that engine in there. Woo! Bit of a common swap back in the day, that. There's a Volkswagen. Nicely styled, that. Very 80s. There's that Honda. And you can see the amount of people here at the Baston Car Show. GMC. What else is this? Alfa Romeo. De Mop. That's my cat Mop. MG. This is a Porsche. This is nice, this Porsche. Left quite early. I didn't get to have a good look at it.
What's that?
This is rare. I actually can't remember whilst filming this voiceover what it is, but it's in lovely condition. We'll have a look around the other side. Let's take a look around the other side. Audi. Fast. There we go. Look in there. Woo! Let me know in the comments what that is, because I can't remember. I do know. Check that Audi out. Very nice. Beautiful car.
Come say hello in a sec.
Look at that. Another Lotus. This Peugeot was gleaming. And one that I had to have a good look round just for Mrs. John Coupland. It's a Fiat 500. It's an import. The couple have done a little bit to it. He's imported it himself.
Here we go.
Now,
Here it is.
star of the show.
Micro,
K11 Micro. This looks like an S. K11 Micro S. Look at the side trims. Oh dear, that poor sunroof. Someone's had a little bit of a problem with rot, haven't they? Have we got matching wheel trims? Probably not. Yeah, Micro S, there we go. How did I know that? Because I am a Nissan Micro geek. I could tell by the side mouldings. Missing the original wheel trim, sadly. It's a manual, 1 litre, stunning. Turn around, John. We don't want to see that Mercedes. Take a look at that Micro again. More Micro, please.
No.
Not seen one of these in the flesh until today. A new Supra. What did I think? It was okay. Would I have one? Yeah, if someone was going to give me one. Where's your front number plate, though? Where is it? Get it on there. Nice. 1994. Beautiful. This Mini was a little bit special. Look at that engine bay. Very nice. A testament. There's a souped up Audi. You should see the seats in this. I hope we go and have a look at that because yeah, here we go. That's what you call bucket seats. No frills in that. Track car. Now, Renault 5 Campus model. Not polished within an inch of its life. Honest. Used. But in good condition. This is the sort of thing that I would like to see at the Festival of the Unexceptional next month. Didn't get a chance to have a good look around the inside because the owner wasn't there. But if that's your Renault 5, excellent. Possibly for sale. If you offer the crazy price that I want for my car, I might sell it. Anything's for sale, isn't it? Money. BMW. Not exciting. What's that all about? Triumph Stag. Coming to a car show, see 12 Triumph Stags. Here's a nice Peugeot. Excellent. Oh, it's quite nice under there, isn't it? I'll let them off. Another Vauxhall. Is that Calibra? Looks like a Calibra. Yeah, fine. I'm not even gonna. E-Type Jag. This is a Celica convertible. In fact, I got the opportunity to buy this car a few years ago. Why did I turn it down? Needed a little bit of TLC. Here's another Jag. And do you want gull wing doors on your Mercedes, sir? Of course you do. Very nice. That's nice. Like the Sunstrip, the Shell Sport Sunstrip. Couple of other Porsches. Here's a massively long Buick, 18 foot I think it is. It's for sale. It's 30 grand if you want it. I asked the owner. Turns out I know the owner. Partners with that MG really did make it look a lot bigger as well. Contact me if you want to buy it though, 30 grand. Beautiful Buick. Look at this Ford Anglia. Now that's a stunner.
No. Stand by.
This is nice too. Little pre-war thing. Oh, we're back to the Buick. Must be on commission. Owner's not really had to do too much to it. I think he said he bought it in 2016. Tidied the interior up. Porsche 911. There's the back of this as well. That sport, Shell Sport car. Another Porsche. Come back. I must have got a little bit confuzzled because I've ended up looking at this gull-wing Mercedes again. But why not? Because it's absolutely bonkers. It's for sale as well. Get it bought. How much does it say on there? 4.5 grand. Not my sort of thing for 4.5 grand. It might be yours. Seafrost Jaguar alert. Now this was a star of the show for me, this Pajero. Oh, look at this. Mitsubishi Evolution. That's a nice Capri. But I keep coming back to the Mitsubishi. Great minds think alike. Beautiful Mitsubishis. And taking a look at this Ford Anglia again. Excellent. Alfa Romeo again. It's Austin Healey by the looks of things. And
Whatever you want to do, mate.
a Jaguar.
You ready for a drink?
Meh. Can't get excited. What's a 70 plate BMW doing at a car show? Anyway, just me. This is more like it.
I love this.
Cover your bonnet black and slam it.
Yeah.
Why not?
Rare, aren't they?
Oh my goodness, is this a pink MX-5 coming up? Oh, it is a pink MX-5, and he's so low he caught his blooming splitter on the grass on the way out, and it bent right under. Ouch. See this Micra? Nearly bought that 5 years ago. It was in Spalding, close to me. It needed a new front wing. You can see the wing's been painted because it doesn't match the bonnet. Nearly bought it. It's owned by a chap called Craig. Hello. Do I regret not buying it? No. No, I don't. I've got my eye on something else. Nissan Micra-ish. Love these. These are on my top 10 list of cars to buy. Not that. The Alpine. The Renault. Another Jaguar. Can't get excited by these Jaguars. Am I doing something wrong? Okay. Everyone sing with me. Pop up and down headlights. Another MX-5. This is shiny. Imagine having to polish that. Blimey. That's what it is, kit car. Leaper alert. Yeah, I like these odd Jags. Well, it's dinner time. Proton Saga, we are the only one here, of course. Lots of things we've seen so far. We're doing Dad's top 10. We've seen a Nissan Micra, we've seen a K11 and 10, a few Ford Anglias, and the Armstrong Siddeley Owners Club is down there. Somewhere I've seen loads of Armstrong Sidleys. That will all be covered on a separate video. We're about halfway through. It's 12 o'clock, sun's come out. Loads more to do. Well, I didn't see Daisy Dukes or Boss Hog. Just a couple of good old boys. There's the General Lee. I think everyone's got a General Lee thing, haven't they? This is nice. Lovely that. Big fan. Let's go back to it. No, go back. I want to look in the engine bay. Here's a Mini in good nick. Here's a Holden V8 VUE. See, it's got the Holden front and it's actually got Vauxhall badges on the side, on the wheels. Make your mind up. What are you having it as, a Holden or a Vauxhall? Of course, it's going to be a Vauxhall. Here's a bit of a ropey Fiat 500. But each to their own. Well done for coming. Jaguar. Is that a Jaguar or Daimler? Didn't see. Can't remember. Beautiful Ford. And another Ford. This is a lovely colour, this. This is old school Ford. I think it's old school Fenton Ford, I can't remember. Right, some Turbo Unos now. There's about 3 or 4 of these. These are nice. I've had a look at these before. Not on the channel, but I've had a look at these in real life. They are Fiat Unos, and they've got a Bath branded bits and pieces on them. Fast, 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 these are. They are going to be overtaking me in my Proton on the A16. I can promise you that for free. I love the blue one. I think the blue one's my favourite. Look at that. Absolutely stunning under there. Someone's put some time and effort into that. Fair play. Get a round of applause. There's a Volkswagen and another Subaru. No, it's not a Subaru. What am I talking about? It's a Ford. Beg your pardon. I was getting confused. TVR, Tamsin. Yes, please. My MR2 was traded in for a Tamsin. Oh, sorry, no. My Tamsin was traded in for my MR2. Crazy. What was the owner thinking? What was the garage thinking? Lovely Mini. Oh, another Beetle. There's the back of these Unos. Yeah, that Beetle's nice. It is nice. Lovely colour, that baby blue. Couldn't really quite work out what this van was and what it was trying to achieve, and if these were decals or if it had actually been rusted on the side, but it's got patina and it's got character, and I respect that. Here's a 66 plate BMW. No idea. Don't ask me. Mark III Triumph Spitfire in powder blue. Yes, please. Get in my garage. Meanwhile, bonkers BMW. Where is the where is the bonnet? I've just realised. Where is it? 87 OB. Here is an Audi TT. Fine. Not my cup of tea. Mark 1 cup of tea. That's a Coupland top tip. Get them bought. They are going to be future classics very soon if they aren't already. Lovely. I'm giggling because my cat is trying to bite me whilst I'm recording this. What are you doing, cat? Lovely that. I've seen this a few times at Baston Car Show, not Boston Car Show, although I'm sure the owner of this probably does come to Boston as well. The Lotus Elan SE. RS2000. Slammed. Low and slow. Coupland top tip. Nissan Silvia. Get one bought while you can. The prices are only going to go high. Aston Martin, and another Ferrari. That little caravan. I didn't go in there. I should have had a poke about in there. Triumph Spitfire Mark III. Taking a look inside that. Beautiful. Spoke to the owner. Really nice. Right now, this Supra Celica, I think. Or is it just a Supra? Look at that interior. Way ahead of its time. Comfy. Loud. No, just a Supra. What am I on about? 3 litre though. Lovely, lovely Mercedes. Look at that interior. Look at that trim on them seats. That beige sort of houndstooth. I'm going to have one of them, I think. Spitfire 1500. It's in green. And actually, I've got a little soft spot for this. This dolly. It's going to be on my list of cars I think I need to buy. A 2CV, and I actually asked Dad on the way home, if you could have a classic car, what would it be? And he said, yeah, it's got to be a 2CV. Maybe. If you got one for sale, let me know. Preferably the Bamboo edition. That'll keep Mrs. John Cooper happy. Here's a Noble. Not seen one of these for a very long time. Beautiful. Got a lot of attention, this Noble, today. I did a bit of people watching. Go on, let's have a look in. Yeah, look in there, look. Beautiful. And there's the engine bay as well. You'd know that's behind you, wouldn't you? Here's a Golf. What's this? Oh, it's a Subaru. That's the Subaru. Rover Tomcat. Rover Tomcat. I'm getting delirious recording this now. Here's another Golf. Going back to that Tomcat. That's nice, that is. Rare. Used to be everywhere. Used to pick them up dirt cheap. Find me one now. R-Reg Land Rover. Fine. Appreciate that for what it is. Here's another Vauxhall, I think. Is it a Vauxhall? Yeah, it's a Vauxhall. Can't see now. My mind is going, losing it. Here's a Porsche and another Porsche. And oh my goodness, look at the size of that next to it. What is that? How many mobility scooters are you getting in there? 2? 4? Who knows? It's like a crew van, isn't it? Let's take a look in here. Yeah, be nosy. What's in there? Oh, sandwiches. Nice. Excuse me, any sandwiches? That must be 22 foot long. But fair play to the old boy. Look at him. He's got his mobility scooter out. Golf. Nice. Ford. Another Golf. I think it's a Golf. Yeah, it's a Golf. This is nice. That's a lovely colour, that red. Here's another Porsche. I think it's Bring Your Porsche to the Show day. Pop-up headlights, Ford Probe. Very nice. Something that I would suggest buying now if you can get a chance to do so. Again, the price of those only going to go through the roof. Here's a Nova. And actually, the guy, when he left the show, he followed me out. He had L plates on. So fair play to that lad. It's his daily, and he's learning to drive in it. Alright, fine. I've seen another one. I prefer a red one. I'm not even going to speak its name. Here's an MG. There's that Ford Probe again. Having a good look at it. And then the Lancaster came past. What a sound! That is the sound of freedom, victory. Great to see the Lancaster back. Not been flying up until recently. What a fly past. We've got 3 passes of the Lancaster as well. Or MGs. That's an MG TF. Looking at it? Yeah, it is. Horrible seat covers though. Sorry. I try not to make comments about people's cars because it's rude, right? And they're people's pride and joy, but them seat covers, please take them off. Here's another Jaguar. You know, I said about not making a comment about people's cars. Why is the steering wheel held on with masking tape? Another kit car. And an Aston Martin. Going to have one of these by the time I'm finished. Maybe a couple of years. Get myself another Aston Martin. Another Aston Martin as if I've had one. Get myself an Aston Martin. Here's a friend of mine. This is Anthony. And his dad's Volkswagen. And he's actually bought that Celica recently. The Celica we're about to look at in just a minute. They were about to scrap it. Not the current owners, the previous owners. And Anthony rescued it. There it is. The pop-up headlight edition. That was going to be scrapped. Could you believe it?
Unbelievable, isn't it?
People are bonkers, aren't they?
It's amazing what people will scrap.
Gets a prang. A steering rack, I think he said, was a little bit faulty. Oh, we'll just scrap it. Crazy. People are crazy. This is nice, this Lotus. What's this? A Defender, by looks of things. Modern Mercedes. I say modern Mercedes. It's R-Reg, isn't it? It still looks modern. I still remember seeing them everywhere. That's a Coupland buy it now. The Honda S2000s. Couple of MGs. Triumph Stag. And another MG. Look at how many shows he's been to. S-Reg. So that's a F. Oh, is that a Proton? No. It's a Lotus Exige. But guess what? They were designed to be Proton's sports car. True story. Bring your T15 or whatever it is to your show. Use that. Look it up. Proton sports car ended up becoming a Lotus. You'll thank me later. So will the Lotus owners, that it was actually a Lotus and not a Proton in the end. Rover? Is it a Rover? Yeah, Rover 75. Beautiful. Was it 75 or 45? Can't remember now. Look at that. Beautiful. Lots of beautiful things here and lots of wonderful cars. Had a good chat with these people when the Lancaster was coming over. They'd cracked the Stella Artois out and it smelt so good on the air. Robinson's 4x4. It's not a 4x4, is it? That's a lovely car. As is this. This is a Mazda 323. Blooming looks it. A-Reg, look, 84. 323 in silver. Ropey, but beautiful. A rare survivor. Yes, please. Lovely MG. And here's another Golf. I'm seeing all the Golfs today. I think all the Golfs are out. Look at them split rims. What's this over here? It's a modern BMW. Here is a TVR. Don't make the joke about it breaking down. Don't make the joke about it breaking down. I can't, can I? Another Aston Martin. Lots of people out and about in their Aston Martins today. There's a questionable sign on the back of this. No fat chicks, car will scrape. Well, tell you what, there don't need any fat Couplands in there, but pimp my Nova. Look at that. Modified. Here is a Golf Cabriolet. That lady bought the car for £425. 20 years ago. She's on to a winner. That's in a Bath. Is it a 326? Oh no, it's a 128. Where did I get 326 from? That's the Armstrong Sidleys. I can appreciate these. I can appreciate that. The owner was nice too. And this belongs to Bob, who owns the V8 restaurant at Sutterton Roundabout. Oh, hi Bob. Went to school with Bob's daughter, who was on Britain's Got Talent, did you know? I think they got to the semi-finals as well. The Brit Chicks. Where are they now? Well, they're working at the V8 Burger Bar. Here is a car facing the wrong way and a Nissan Figaro. Dad, what are you doing? Are you looking for rust? Probably looking for rust.
Fine trim for it.
This is a K11 Micro underneath, and Dad used to MOT these back in the day. They suffer with rot. Big time. And if you lose a piece of trim, you won't be able to get any. Look at this little Fiat. Isn't it beautiful? Would I like one? Would Mrs. John Coupland like one? Abso-blummin-lutely. Get it bought. That's nice. Is that a Silvia as well? Nissan Silvia? I don't actually know what that is. Tell me in the comments below. There's a few of these, isn't there, where I've gone, what's that? But in the comments. Golf. Beautiful. What's coming up? Oh, now that's nice. That Lotus is nice. And look at the roof. Shiny! That's my best Moana impression. Well, it's not Moana, is it? It's Tamatoa from Moana. Don't ask me why I know that. TR6. That lad's loving life. Beautiful car, that. I had a good look at it. Saab Turbo. I said some nasty things about Saabs in my Festival of the Dead video. Got a little bit of stick, but I can appreciate that Saab Turbo. Here's an Audi TT. It's the V6 3.2 edition. It's not the bloke's daily. It's his summer car. He dailies something else. I'd be dailying my TT. MG Turbo. Yes. Good. Seen that at a few shows. It's in a few videos. That's nice. Pretty. Not sure about the stickers on the windscreen, but that's just, again, a personal opinion. We are having a good look around the whole show, by the way. Every single car is covered in this video. See you later in your Viper. Off you go. There's a Ford Anglia. It's for sale. I think it was like $6,500. Needed some TLC. Paint it blue. Pretend you're in Harry Potter. Yeah, $6,500. Again, it's something I can appreciate. Not for me. Especially not at £6.5 for one that needs a little bit of TLC. But hey, am I out of touch with the world of that? Another Ford. That Ford Probe is beautiful. Ah, so is this a TR7 V8 Gob W. It's the index number. Yeah, that's nice, isn't it? But look at that Ford Probe. Look at them wheels. They're of a time period. They're of the 90s. Ah, here's a Wolsey 444. And I think this is the car that broke down on the way in by overheating. So he made it in the end. Quite far at the back. Took him some time to come to terms with overheating by the looks of things. This is nice. This is a modified Ford. Excellent. Here's another Triumph. Lots of Triumphs at the show today. So what have we seen a lot of? Triumphs, Aston Martins, MGs. What have we not seen a lot of? Well, I've not seen any Protons yet. Any Protons? Look at that Volkswagen. That's of a time, isn't it? B3 FAP. Well, I'm not sure that's necessarily the actual number plate for that car. B3 FAP. FAP. That's good saying that, isn't it? With the P. I should stop saying FAP. Here's a Rover P5. Lovely. Here is a Moggy Minor 1000. Also lovely. Here is a modern BMW with also a questionable number plate and a Saab and an E-Type Jag. Okay. Again, it's law that you've got to have your bonnet open at car shows if you're an E-Type Jag. The bonnet is open. Here's another Mustang, which I can appreciate the colour of that, actually. Oh, look, it's Mater, as in Tow Mater. Lots of Disney references in this video. That's nice. It looks like it's got a beautiful air filter on the top there. This is a GTE Vauxhall. One of my favourite cars coming up now in the world, a Jaguar Mark II. Inspector Morse. Used to watch it growing up. Did I fall in love with his Jaguar? You bet I did. Couldn't afford one now, I don't think. Prices have gone through the roof of a Mark II Jag. At one point, you could pick them up very reasonably priced indeed. 71 plate Ford. Okay. Fine. Here's a Renault Cabriolet. And look at that truck. Being held up with a broom handle. Ford Capri. 1985 reg. B reg. Nice that. And another Triumph. What's this? Is this a Saab? It is a Saab. That's special. Oh, look at the alloys on that. Wonderful. This is nice as well, this Peugeot cab. Looking good in the red. I'd have liked to see one in green. That dark green they used to be in. Do you remember that? I like having a poke about under people's engine bays just to see what they have got under there. My engine bay certainly didn't look like that, and there's a very good reason that my engine bay remained closed. More Fords. Lots of Fords at the show as well. Lots of Fords. These are Cosworths, aren't they? A lot of money because it has that C word on it. A lot of money. Talking to the owner, 25 grand he paid for that. This is nice as well. This is a Supra. This is an import. Having a good look at that, actually. Dad liked this one as well. He was a fan. Here's another Mazda. And another Ford. More Fords. MG, this is nice. That is nice. And this lovely BMW in white. Prefer them in red. We'll see a red one in a minute, which really was beautiful. But look at the interior on that. Look at that tan leather interior. Absolutely stunning. And I love the way that your dash is sort of faced towards you. Here's a TVR. Had a weird paint job, this. It had a weird flip on it. Can you see? I don't know if the camera picks it up very well. It's like silver and blue. Very unusual, the paint job. Here's another Beetle. I said I didn't see many Beetles. I've clearly walked past them. This is a Ford Cortina XL. Proton Saga! Proton Saga warning. This is my car. K-Reg, 1993 Proton Saga 1.5 SE. And here is a modified, but tastefully modified, Anglia Super. Look at that. Nice bloke as well. Here is my friend Ryan's BMW, and we're going to get a good look at it because he was like, film my BMW. No, I was like, Ryan, I want to film your BMW. He was like, yeah, okay. Look at it. Isn't it beautiful? Car phone in there, automatic, big old seats. Oh, we're going through the sunroof, are we? All right, fair enough. That's a risky shot, John. Let's take a look in the back. Paperwork, all sorts of bits and pieces. Absolutely beautiful, this. Look at that. Imagine having that front grille bearing down on you on the motorway. Absolutely beautiful. A real credit to him. Nice to have a catch up as well. And meet some new friends. Another MG. Volkswagen Golf GTI. Is it a real GTI? Well, how do you tell? Look at the headlining. If it's black, it's a Golf GTI. Pirelli P-slots. Don't use that when you're trying to buy a car, by the way, but a Golf GTI should have black headlining. That's a Coupland top tip. Do you know who taught me that? Paul Cowland. My friend Paul. Hello. Oh, now look at this. This is nice. I'm getting a little bit excited by these Audis. Look at the interior. Look at the cloth seats on that. Absolutely immaculate. This is in my top 10 of cars I saw today. In fact, so much so, I'm probably going to get myself on Car and Classic later today and see if I can find one. Audi Cabriolet K-Reg 93 plate. You can find. You're going to be able to find them, aren't you? 2 owners. Such a good spec. Reasonable amount of cash. What's the one going to be? 5 grand. Now this is nice. This Manta GTE been looked after, as has this G-Reg Peugeot. This little Lotus. I could have just picked it up and took it home. Isn't it gorgeous? Would Mrs. John Coupland trash it? Yeah. But is it gorgeous? Absolutely. Get in my garage. Here's a modern Jaguar. Fine. Thanks for coming. What's this? Modern Jaguar. Thanks for coming. Here's a Land Rover in orange. 07 plate. Thanks for coming. More BMWs. Look at this. Absolutely stunning. But again, I still prefer my friend Ryan's in red. But I did follow them out of the show. They were revving. And as I left, I shouted, rev, 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 out the window. And the people that were filming had a good old giggle. What a card I am. How many more cars have we got? We've got so many more cars to look at. More white BMWs. Look at that red leather interior. That's nice. Not good on a hot day like today, though. Red leather interior. No, thank you. More TVRs.
Nice, isn't it?
I can appreciate TVR for what they are. Oh, look, who I've found. It's Dad, wearing his Proton hat.
90, isn't it? 89, 90.
Here's a beautiful Ford.
Are you selling them, no?
I love this sort of mottled grey Ford colour. Oh, it's another Nissan Figaro. Hello, Nissan Figaro. Are you rusty? Yes, probably. Did you know that Nissan Figaros are painted technically only in 4 colours to match the seasons, spring, summer, autumn and winter?
It never went on.
Can I remember what the bluey one was, the greyish blue? No, I think it was summer. I think green was spring, the beigey one was autumn.
Yep.
Probably talked a load of nonsense there, but they were definitely painted for colours. If you know the colours of the season,
Nice plate, look.
please let me know.
Oh, this is
Toyota Supra Celica, that's a nice car. Oh, Oh, here's a Chrysler PT Cruiser. I'm not going to say bad things, so I'm just going to say, here is a Chrysler PT Cruiser. That's all I need to say. Read from that what you will. Read my inference, maybe. That's nice, a little in the yellow. Is that a Vauxhall Victor? It blooming well is. It's been modified, though. And that's a member of the Baston Classic Car Club there. I can't remember his name, but hello if you are watching. BMW. This is a Z3 James Bond's car, but not in this colour.
Well, when we get home, I'll get you to do it.
Another beautiful Lotus. I've seen a lot of nice Lotuses today. Am I going to go on Car and Classic later and buy a Lotus? Probably.
Yeah.
No, I'm not
Gotta do it
going
now.
to restrain myself, but I'm also going to look at Lotuses. Your Porsche needs some T-cut. Look, get your colour magic on there. What's gone there? No! Say nice things, John. Oh, look at this. Isn't it beautiful? Look at them wing mirrors. Look at them alloy wheels. Oh, I need to buy one. Here is a Morris Minor 1000. It's for sale. It's too much money because it needs a lot of work. I say too much money. What's too much money nowadays? What is money? Can you tell I'm getting delirious recording this now? I should have done this in sections. Another Jaguar. And possibly one of my favourite colours and editions of Citroën 2CVs. It's the Bamboo edition. Heck yeah! Mrs. John Coupland would love one of these. In the Bamboo edition. Mainly because pandas and bamboo. You know. Next door, I didn't quite get the full story. It's got an Aston Martin badge on it. It's a kit car. What is it? Is it an Aston Martin? Can you call it that? Or is it a kit car with Aston Martin badges? Again, I never got round to finding out what it actually was. So if you know, in the comments below, please tell me more about that Aston Martin. M Sport BMW. That's nice as well, isn't it? Hang on a minute. Is that the same one we just looked at? Maybe. This Jaguar was for sale. Supercharged. 12 grand. I had a good look at it. Could I buy it? I was not allowed. But let's have another look at it, because I wanted it. Yeah. I wish. Beautiful. Supercharged Jaguar. Probably end up killing myself on the A16 because I would run out of talent. Here's some people making noise with their car. Lots of noise with their car. Pop, 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 pop. Is it wrong of me that I wanted them to maybe have an engine misfortune? Probably. Is it daft that you're sitting there revving your engine at a car show? Well, maybe. Let's look at this S-Reg Peugeot instead. Nope. More popping. Everyone's at it now. Pop, 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 pop. Well, it's your fuel, not mine. Beautiful Honda, though. Dad's thinking, stop revving your engine. You sound like a sausage. That is definitely what he's thinking. Now we're looking at the minis. Specifically, this pink mini in a moment. Because I think Mrs. John Coupland would love it. That's nice. I can't necessarily get too excited by these BMW minis, but I can appreciate that someone's gone to the effort of making that look nice. These are motorbikes. Enjoy. What do I know about motorbikes? Zero. What can I tell you about motorbikes? They've got two wheels. They've got an engine. They've got a petrol tank. If your motorbike is here, thank you. Thank you for bringing it to the Baston Classic Car Show and a motorbike show. Your motorbike is lovely. Here are some scooters. What do I know about scooters? Not a lot. Here are some scooters. If this is your scooter, thank you for bringing it to the Baston Classic Car Show. Right, I think I've got away with it. Oh no, more motorbikes! What are you doing in that go-kart? Cool. These are some motorbikes. I do not know anything about motorbikes. Should you know anything about motorbikes, please know the knowledge that you know about motorbikes and insert it here. They have two wheels. they have a petrol tank. Talking of tanks, here is a Ferret Scout by the looks of things. Yeah, it is. Let's take a look inside this Ferret Scout. Cool. This got a lot of attention. It's going to get a lot of attention because it's a tank and it has a gun on it. The kids are going to love it. I love it. Would I like to go in it? Heck yeah. Would I like to drive it to the Baston Car Show? Yes, please. Would it be unbearably hot inside? Yeah, probably. But look in there. Wonderful. In fact, I'm going to add that to my bucket list of things I would like to do before I leave this earth. Drive a tank. Let's get that organised. Anyone out there own a tank? That'd be awesome for the channel, wouldn't it? John, stop looking at this Ferret Scout. And instead look at these Volkswagens. And this Alfa Romeo. Fabulous. Ah, another Shell Sprint banner. Very nice. Very nice cars here. This is a car club. I think it's the Heckington Auto Car Club. Golf GTI. That's for sale, by the way, if you want to buy it. Yeah, another lovely BMW. Yeah, this is the Heckington Car Club. Heckington local. At 2 Grimsthorpe Castle. And there's a wacky inflatable arm flailing tube man. Yeah, I need to stop because I'm checking out these Audis today, aren't I? That's a Porsche, but these modern-y-ish Audis, I've got a bit of a soft spot for them, I think we've developed. Mazda, Unos, MX-5. This guy is revving his bike. So the chap we just saw revving his bike actually was a speedway racer and a really important motorcyclist back in the day, and he used to own a little motorbike shop in Sleaford as well, of which my dad used to frequent when he was a teenager. So that there tells you all you need to know. Knows his onions, and actually quite nice to see that bike being struck up. Here's a Volvo that I used to see about at the Baston Classic Car Show. Well looked after and well loved by its owner. Again, now part of the Heckington Car Club. Ford Fiesta, of course, extinct now. Another Ford. Wacky inflatable arm flailing tube men, and some more mud munchers. This is a beautiful car. Here is a beautiful Jaguar in a lovely blue colour. And then here is a 72 plate BMW. But it has got a Dimplex wall radiator on the front. So if you ever need to just take some radiators where you go, just take the radiator and the front grille off your BMW. Now these old Citroens are beautiful, aren't they? Dad's got a soft spot for one of them. I can understand why, and actually some of these manufactured in Great Britain. Hang on a minute, John. A Citroen manufactured in Great Britain? Yup. True story. More Fords. I think we're winning for the amount of Fords that we've seen today. Again, coming back to my car of the show, this Lotus V8. No, show me the Lotus. Show me the Lotus. Ah, Lotus. This is a lovely MG. And I can appreciate there's a McLaren there and an Audi as well. Nice. Audi R8. Let's take a look inside. Oh, posh. That's what you get for your cash. Posh. If you buy one of these, you get posh. And you can drive it fast. Up to 60 miles an hour. Or 70 miles an hour. Ah, this is a Daihatsu I can't say this. Core. It's being used to advertise this company's detailing company. What did I do? I gave him my number because I want to buy this car when he's finished.
Don't worry, it's fine.
Look at the inside. Unloved,
In the chase.
rare, unexceptional, needs saving. Ticks all of the Coupland boxes, that doesn't it? Again, he's using it to advertise the fact that he's good at detailing and he's got good products. Fine, I get it. Great to see. Ear defenders. Why do you need ear defenders? Oh, that's why you need ear defenders. Look at that. Where's all your sound deadening gone? It's gone. Weight saving. More Fords. In fact, loads more Fords. This was clearly a Ford club.
On the front of the driver's sill.
And that really is nearly the end of the video. Do you feel like you've wasted an hour of your life, or have you enjoyed looking around the Baston Classic Car Show? Genuinely, it took us all day to have a wander round. We got there at 8:30, we left at 4 o'clock, and I can safely say we looked at every single car. The number plate on that car was 20 John, and the question is, how many Protons do you have? Lovely. Absolutely beautiful. It's been a lovely day. Genuinely enjoyed it. It was quite expensive. As in, if you wanted a bacon bap, it's £6. If you wanted a cup of tea, it's like £2.50. But it's a car show. It's a money-making enterprise. I understand that. It costs money to put on. There's been lots of people there today. I am sure that the organisers of Baston Classic Car Show have covered their expenses and more. But they put on a great show. There was a little bit of a wibble earlier on in the morning where we didn't know where we were going, and the people that were employed wasn't really briefed very well. And I nearly had an argument with a woman who was quite rude and told me that I'm a bad person because I didn't have a stamp on my hand. But all in all, a fantastic day was had. Check this out, look. Some minis. Really are coming to the last of the cars now. This is the Kings Lynn Classic Car Club. Some Fords, more Fords. If you have a Ford, you can join the Kings Lynn Classic Car Club. Look at this. Look at the Kraken bottle being used there. That's better than new under there. Round of applause for the owner. I like minis. I like unmodified minis. But find me one. And here are some more Hyundais from Smith's Hyundai. Again, separate video coming to the channel of me having a look round all the brand new range here at the Classic Car Show. Looks like the Kias are up here as well. I think we're just walking towards the end of the video. Brilliant. Look at these Kias. I think that's Boongate Kia from Peterborough. And they've got a Skoda sign there as well. That's it then. Another day done. Another Classic Car Show completed. It is 4 o'clock and we are on the way home now. A lot of love for the Proton. I must admit, it has taken us all day to have a wander around the Baston Classic Car Show. Dad, what was your favourite car of the day?
Favourite car of the day? Favourite car of the day, there's a Peugeot 106 Rally.
Yes, that was very nice.
There's a genuine old 205 GTI 1.6, Ford Pilot.
Yeah, a couple of them.
And there's one really nice Proton which caught my eye.
There's going to be 2 versions of this video. There is going to be a my narration, and I'm also going to hook a microphone up to Dad and get him to do a comedy Dad narration.
But that'll be done after I've had a few cups of tea, and probably even asleep.
So we're going to try and get that out onto the channel as soon as possible. My version will be live today, which is the 9th. Dad's hopefully tonight as well, but we shall soon find out. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, please do so. Please give the channel a like. If you've enjoyed the video, what was your favourite car that we saw? Let us know in the comments below. If you haven't already, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook and the TikTok, it's John Coupland, all one word. And until next time, have a great day, take care and goodbye. Oh, thumbs up!